Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Saturday morning on February, what did I say, February? I meant to say May the 2nd. Losing track of time, but that's okay. That's all right. It is definitely May the 2nd. Beautiful morning again. A little more cloudy today, but it's still, the temperature, the little breeze going on, feels good. So Eric is on. Good morning, Eric. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. So what I wanted to do this morning is do a mobility warm-up that I've never done before with you guys. Actually, I went to the internet and kind of researched some different things and found this one guy. I'm going to borrow some of his stuff. It's a mobility flow. Felt pretty good. I've gone through this a couple of times just to practice it. I like it. I think most people can do this. And what I'm going to use it for is so I can go and do a walk and either a jog and a run. So once I get done with this, I'll explain a little bit more, but basically I'm going to brisk walk for a minute, and then I'm either going to jog or run for a minute. And I'm going to continue to do that for about 30 to 40 minutes. And so that's what my plan is today after this mobility flow. Maybe just go out and walk. Maybe you want to jog the whole time. I like to do a brisk walk to get the arms moving, to open up the chest. Good morning, Liz and Mark Dice. Good morning, Michael. And welcome to the Jeff Beal mobility flow this morning. And so that's what we're going to do. That's what I want to show you today. And I'll explain a little bit more about the walk, jog, and run at the end once we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this first one you're going to do is interlock your hands like this. Kristen is on. Good morning, Kristen. And then what I want you to do, guys, is you're just going to do, I'm going to show you in slow motion here. So I'm kind of going a wrist flow. So kind of go slow with me at first, and then you'll pick it up. And you're going to do this for like 20 to 30, about maybe 20 seconds. And I've tried to go, see, I'm kind of going a figure 8 this way. And while you're doing this, guys, you're standing up nice and tall, right? And then I'm going to try and go the opposite way, which is really, it's hard for me to go the other way. But it's something I'm going to have to work on. So one way I can go pretty well. In the other direction, I don't do it so well. But something I got to work on. It's a little new movement. It's good for your brain, the muscle ability. Yeah, so I'm not really good at that one, but I'm a lot better than I was an hour ago. Okay, so now arms are up this way, and then you're going to make these arm circles this way. See that? So I'm trying to keep my elbows up, and I'm making big arm circles, mainly from the elbows. You're still going to get some movement in the shoulders. So right now I'm going like I would call it a forward motion. So I'm going to do this about 10 times. Again, you're standing up nice and tall with good posture. And then I'm going to go the other direction, which feels a little strange for me. And I'm trying to keep my elbows up the whole time when I'm doing this. And again, it's just like new movements, and they're a little difficult to do. But it's good because you're working some range of motion, you're working some mobility in the different parts of your body that you haven't done before. And when I pull this, look, when I pull back here, see how I'm working that movement? So it's actually working on posture right here. Boom. Feel that? See that position? So you want to try and go through that position. So that one is actually really good for posture. Who else is on? Still the same guys. Good. All right. So anyway, now we're going to go shoulder shrug. So this is the shoulder shrug from the side. I come up, over, and forward. I'm going to go 10 forward. So now I'm really trying to roll. Go through the biggest range of motion. You guys hear my birds? I got quite a bird collection out here. I think I saw some Canadian geese fly through here last night. And then I'm going to go up and back this time, up and back. Which direction is this, Mark? I'm sure he said back. So up and back, shoulder shrugs. Really try to go to the biggest range possible. If you got a lot of tension in your shoulders, this is really good. Okay, now we're going to make the big arm circles. Good morning, Carol. So now we're going to make big arm circles. So I'm going to come. Now when you do the big arm circles, good posture and really try to work it all the way back. So I'm really trying to reach as far back as I possibly can without losing too much posture in the process. So I'm going to do this 10 forward and then I'll go 10 backwards. Big movements here. So I'm doing this today because the last 2 days I've done some pretty high intense, high impact movements. And so today is definitely a little easier day. I'm changing my intensities. So now I'm going to go forward, up and back, because now I was just doing forward, now I'm going to do back arm circles. You know, make sure you're not standing right below a fan or a light where you can smack something with your hands. I remember being in the men's locker room at the MAC, and it took me a while to realize that every time I raise my hand up, I get smacked in the hand with that fan. Okay, now we're going to go head forward circles. Head circles, clockwise actually. So I'm going to go, I'm going clockwise this way. And this one you're going to start out slow. So I'm going the same direction as a clock would go. Nice and slow. I'm going to really try to work the back, the sides, chin all the way coming down to the chest. And don't go real fast on this one. You'll get dizzy if you go too fast. And again, I'm trying to stand up nice and tall. Probably going to do like 8 to 10 reps. Whoa, got a little dizzy. Now we're going to go the other way. I mean, if you don't take the time to do this kind of stuff, guys, you're not doing yourself any good. Some big head circles. Going counterclockwise this time. Yeah, that one you don't want to go real fast. I mean, I'm kind of disoriented right now just by doing that. So now I'm going to go forward and then backwards with the head. So I'm going to go forward all the way down, and then I'm going to come all the way back. Get a stretch in the front of your neck here. See that? So big reach with the chin. So up and back is one. You probably do 10 all together. A lot of people don't do things for their neck and their head. And these ones that I've just started doing, forward circle, or counterclockwise circle, and clockwise circle, and now we're doing a forward and head back. I mean, these things are really good for the neck, to open up the neck. Now we're going to go side to side with the head. So now I'm just going to stand up nice and tall. Lateral bend to one side, lateral bend to the other side, show you from this view. So now you can really feel that in here. You even kind of lift the chin a little bit. Keep standing up nice and tall. And again, you do 8 to 10 pairs of these. I didn't put a number on these. I just kind of wrote a descriptive text of what the motions were of the body part you're using, because everybody's going to be a little different. Wow, that is really, those are powerful. Okay, so next we're going to do a standing total body swing. And so what you're going to do, guys, is you're basically just going to move like this. I'm going here, and then the arms, this arm comes up to the side, and I come back. So I'm opening up the chest, engaging the glute here, engaging the, stretching up the hip flexor. So if I start to pick that up, it kind of looks like that. I'm going to do about 10 pairs. You can lift your chin and come around. And see how I don't know if you guys can see that, but I come onto that big toe, the heel's up. So I'm switching and pivoting my feet every time. Almost like the discus throw, warm up. I loved on the discus back in high school. That was a cool sport. All right, so next, that was number 9. Now we're going to go to hula hoop. So if you've ever done a hula hoop, you don't need to go quite as fast. So pretend like you got a hula hoop and you're going to go. And so notice the knees, and you kind of roll back into the heels. And so I'm trying to, so I wouldn't do a hula hoop this slow, but I'm trying to really move my hips. This is like Jeff's dancing moves right here. I can't dance much better than this. So I'm going to go about maybe 10 one direction. I'm going to go 10 the other direction. I'm really trying to bring my hips forward. Get some movement in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Trying to keep your feet flat, but utilizing all the parts of the bottom of your feet when you're doing this. Okay? So now we're going to stand, you're going to bend forward and then do a backward bend standing up. So I was just showing, my daughter was doing this with me, and she just can do it really well. A lot better than I can do it. So if I'm standing up tall, I'm going to come down, touch my toes, and then when I come up, put my hands here, bend back. I mean, she literally almost put her head on the ground. So I'm going to bend forward, and come up, press my hips forward, and then bend back. Okay, so do that about 10 times. If this bothers your back, your lower back especially, then modify how far you bend back. So here, stretching the calves, the hamstrings, the glutes, and then stretching the front of the body and the neck. I mean, basically entire front. So all the back side, all to the front side. Can you touch the floor? I can touch it, but I got to bend my knees a little bit, right? I'm not doing this one real fast. I'm going to take my time with this one. And then when I actually pull, kind of pull the shoulder blades back and elbows back. Okay, that one's a good one, not too bad. Then we're going to go a bent over windmill. So the bent over windmill looks like this, guys. So I'm going to bend over right here, show you from the side here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a windmill arm. So I'm going to go slow to begin with. Here. And so I'm going to do, I'm not going to try to raise up. I'm going to try and stay in this position. Notice my back is is very neutral. And it should stay neutral during this movement. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to roll and look at my one leg bends, one leg kind of stays straight. And so I'm going to start to pick up this pace if you can. See how my legs kind of switch? You feel this in your core. If you pick it up, your core has got to get a little stiff to stabilize. So that's the bent over windmill with big arms. Now we're going to do a standing overhead lateral reach going side to side. So I can't see who's on, but it looks like Justin, my cousin's on. What's up, cuz? We got Brandy on. We got Bruce Johnson in Breckenridge. Very nice. You got hey, we got a variety of people on. Welcome, guys. So sorry I got so close, but I just can't see. So now I'm going to stand up. Good position here. I'm going to reach, one arm is going to reach to the side here, the other one reaches up this way. And then I'm going to switch. So I should feel a good stretch right here. Yeah, this is a good one right here. I like this one because I get a nice stretch through here, right in this area where most people are pretty tight. A lot of muscles attach right in this area. I kind of look up with the chin as well. This is a really good stretch for me, and most people I think would possibly agree with this one. So I'm just mobility, movement, flow here is all we're doing. A little warm up. really trying, like this is not going to work, guys. You got to really reach that guy up there. So that was a good one for me. I like that one. Then we're going to do a around the world body circles, and you're going to interlock your hands like this. Okay? So this is one that my daughter did. Hey, good morning, Jenny. I see you on there. And so you're interlock your hands. My daughter was doing this one, and just, man, she's just so mobile. So you're going to come like this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to go this way, come up, come back, and then all the way down. So right now I think I'm going counterclockwise. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Woo. I'm going to try and go about 8 times one direction, and then reaching the hands up and at the top. So I'm going to do this 8 times one way. Notice, so my hips go back, and then when I come up, they kind of press forward. See that? And even my legs are kind of bending and straightening when I'm moving through this movement. Now we're going to go the other way, so I'm going to go clockwise. I'm going to come down just so I can get it right. Up, come around. Now I'm going the other way. Try to reach up, then back a little bit. A lot of stuff going on here. One more. Yeah, that's a good one. Again, to get a little, I got a little disoriented doing that one. Zach is on, the strong man. What was that, man? He did like something just amazing the other. I think it was like a 400-pound bench press. Is that what it was? Just freakish, man. Dude's a freak. I'm glad you're my friend. That's all I can say. Now we're going to do standing leg circles. Oh wait, no, around. We did the around the world. Now we're doing standing leg circles with your legs apart. So right here, hands on the knees, and I'm going to go. So I'm going to go just like this. So from the side, I've got a nice neutral lower back position, and then I'm kind of going into the balls of my feet and then into more of my heels. But the foot stays flat. So I'm going to go counterclockwise 10 times, and then I'll go clockwise 10 times. And so the legs are apart, because the next one we're going to do is where your legs are together and you're doing the same thing. All right, I'm going to go the other way now. It's actually good. This is a good warm-up before you do anything. I mean, a walk, a run, a bike ride, weightlifting, I mean, anything. Swimming, gosh, it just warms up the entire body. And in kind of a low-impact way, right? It's not meant to be, I mean, everything's getting lubed up and going through range of motion. Now your feet, your knees together, legs together, and do the same thing. So now I'm here, and I'm doing the same thing. So it's a little different. Okay, a little bit more in the glutes, I can feel that occurring. So, here. And I'm actually kind of pushing my hips out as I'm coming around. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my hands. I'm going to go the other way now. Yeah, this is starting to warm up the legs, the ankles, the muscles surrounding the knees, stretching out the hips, stabilizing your core. Okay? So that was legs together, circles going around. Now we're going to go standing with one leg lift, and then the lower leg is going to make a circle. So now, some of you might need a chair, or if you're close to a wall. I'm not going to actually need this, but I wanted to show you that you could use this. Some of you don't have really good balance, and a lot of us don't. So you don't have to lean on this, just have your hand here. Just having your hand here is going to help with the standing leg balance. And then what you're going to do is this, okay? So this is an excellent balance drill to work on waking up all the stabilization muscles here. The hip flexors get warmed up, and then now, what is happening here, guys, is you're going through some internal, external hip movement here. So I'm going counterclockwise right now, and this is a really good balance exercise, and I'm going to go the other direction now. And I'm really trying to work it. I'm trying to keep this leg up, but they can go through the biggest range of motion with that leg circle. While I'm staying with good posture, by the way. Woo, that one really warmed things up. So use the other leg, come up. No matter which way you start, yeah, this, oh man, this leg is a lot different. So you can tell, like, one leg compared to the other, if you've got major differences in abilities, range of motions, and that one is, this is definitely the, I mean, I'm not as coordinated on this side, and so this is one I'm going to probably work on. And I'm glad that the chair's here so I can keep doing this, but I'm not really relying on it for balance. You guys see it looks like mine's not really a circle. It's kind of, it definitely would not be a good circle if it were actually to print out the drawing of my circle. And then my knees sometimes dropping. I'm going to try and keep standing up, nice and tall. That's a good one. That was good. So now we're going to do, that was the leg lift, circles. Now we got leg swings, forward and back. And again, you may need the chair for this. Show you from the side. So that's just where you're bringing the leg up. And then try to get it all the way back to here. Okay? And again, you may not need the chair, but it's there in case you need it. Do about 10 to 12 of these. Try to have a stiff core. Stand up nice and tall. Every time I come forward, my daughter is like, your leg is bending. I go, yes, your dad is a lot tighter than you are. So let's switch to the other side. I mean, she's doing it. Her legs are, her toes are pointed, and her leg is completely straight, and her toes are right here. So my leg is right here. Hers is way up here. But now she's been dancing ever since she was 1 year old. I mean, like organized dance for a dance team. That's not how I grew up. I grew up playing football and lifting weights. That was about my life. All I did. All right, so that is that. Now we're going to do hip openers. So you stand up. I'll start with the same side I did before. So I'm going to come up and then back. And again, you may need the chair. A lot of stuff to work on balance here, right? So it's not about just working on the hip here, but this other leg I'm standing on is a lot of balance going on. Let me go 8 to 10 forward, 8 to 10 backwards. I'll try and do it without holding on now at all. Yeah, there's a lot of core going on. I'm actually getting a little sweat going here because I've been standing in the sun. That's okay. My intensity's not high. And then I'm going to go forward now. Whoop. A lot of balance. Really good routine here if you want to work on your balance and mobility. I mean, all you need, guys, is just you. You don't need any fancy equipment, just a chair, a wall, maybe a broom handle to work on balance with. Show you on this side, same thing. So I'm just going to this leg I'm a little bit more stable on. So the standing leg on this side is a little bit more stable compared to the other one. I'm going to go the other way. But try to go through that biggest range. Don't just go, that's not going to do much. I mean, you got to go through big range of motions here. I mean, scrape the outer edge of that hip joint lining area. You should feel like clicking stuff going. It's like, whoa. Yeah, you're working that. You know, somebody's not forcing you through it. You're just going through the biggest range of motion you can. Woo, that ankle is starting to light up. Okay, so we got two more. That was number 18, guys. Two more. You guys doing it with me? All right, so well, who else is on? I can't see that name. Barbara. Barbara Van Dam. Nice. Good to have you, Barbara. I remember you from TFW, yes. I think you moved out of the country too. So now we're going to do a sumo squat. Show you from the front. A sumo squat. Then I do a toe touch. And then I stand up. And then press your hips forward. Come all the way down. Sumo squat. Get like this. Feet are flat. Then I'm going to do this toe touch. I'm still holding on to the feet here. Trying to press the knees back. Then I come all the way up. Show you from the side now. So I come down here. come back. Some of you can get your legs completely straight. A lot of calf stretch there. And then come up. So I'm going to try and do 10 of these. So make sure those feet stay flat. Sit back into your heels here, and then come all the way up. Real simple things, guys, you could be working on here. This is a good one, man. I've never done this whole routine, but I like it. I'm gonna put a star on the sheet, and it's something that I think can help get us all going each day. Inside, arms inside if you can, and then come back. Woo, good one. I'm just gonna do one more. All right, so the last one is just a prisoner squat, and it's called a prisoner squat because I'm actually sweating. Not really breathing hard, just that sun beating down on me, and keep moving. So now the prisoner squat, interlock your hands behind your head, pull the elbows back, and then you're gonna squat as deep as you can. When you come up, do a heel raise, okay? My daughter would say that's called a, what does she call a raise? I forgot what she said. Elevate. She goes, this is called an elevate, Dad. I'm like, well, in the dance world, it's called elevate. In Jeff's world, it's called a heel raise. So, get the idea, right? So, try to pull those elbows back. Try to keep your head looking forward. Don't look up when you do a squat. Try to keep your head in a neutral position. So if you look up, what does that do to my head? Actually gets out of a neutral position. So do 10 to 15 reps. So this one. All right, I didn't count those, doesn't matter. I got a nice warm up and hope you guys did too. So guys, that is my mobility warm up. Now, what you can do now, you can do anything you want. Go for a bike ride, go eat some breakfast. I don't know what, it's almost 10 o'clock, but here's what I'm going to do, and here's what I would suggest that you could do. So I'm going to do a brisk walk for a minute, and then I'm either going to do a jog or a run for a minute. But I'm going to do that for either 20, 30, 40 minutes. All right? And so that's just a suggestion. That's what I'm going to try and do. So my goal is to get 40 in. I'm not going to work terribly too hard. I'll try to remind myself that. And then, what does she say? She says, hey, Jeff, really like your workouts. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I really appreciate that. And thank you for watching and your comments. So, that's what I would suggest. The walk, brisk walk, then you do a jog, or you do a brisk walk and a run. Your choice. If you want to sprint it, hey, by all means do the sprint. But that's all I got, guys, today. I'm going to take tomorrow off, maybe just do some yard work. And then I'll see you on Monday for, I think it's the hurricane, or maybe it's the atomic circuit. I'll have to look, but we're doing something pretty intense on Monday. Have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Get out, do something outside, and God bless you guys.